pigeons aren't just birds. Definitely need to rant here. This will be my next personal vlog, number 14. Ranting about those damn pigeons. They're not just birds, if you ask me. They're definitely called rats with wings for a reason. We associate rats with being a pest. And what they do, they just go wherever the heck they please. Especially around people's homes and businesses. And they just, go move in wherever they please and start crapping all over the place and making a mess, and, then it's impossible to get rid of them. Well, pigeons, they're just like that, but they have wings. Because they just fly wherever. You hear those wings flapping. And then you hear land, and you hear those damn cooing. And then it all starts with that. They land on your balcony. They land wherever they please. And then those birds, or pigeons, they just decide, is this a nice place to leave a nest? And then they leave a nest and flop some eggs, and then you see baby pigeons. And man, they're not that pretty, but that's a funny thing with birds. Most birds. They're a little hairy and ugly, but especially pigeons. Even pigeons, they look a little ugly with their fluffy necks and I mean, come on. This is from personal experience. It's one of the perils of living in an apartment here, but, this past spring has brought to my tipping point why I have to say birds like a southern hillbilly. Birds! Because it's hit my tipping point. At the end of the day, I just try to tell myself that they're just birds. And everyone associates birds with peace and harmony and all these good and wonderful things. Heck, doves. White doves are, a symbol for peace and harmony and everything together, White doves with, a vine or whatever they have in their mouth. Even weddings in some cases. And one of the many, many species of pigeons, there's even called the dove pigeon. Some of them, I guess if you analyze the feathers and their purple heads and their dark gray bodies, might look okay, but that's why we have bird sanctuaries. That's where you go to actually analyze and think birds are beautiful. But they're not beautiful in my balcony where they crap everywhere. You have their fecal matter everywhere, nests everywhere, eggs, babies. It was for personal experience this past spring. It's sometimes too cold to go out to the balcony, but the weather was warming up. You hear birds tweeting. Anything else, just birds tweeting. All kinds of birds, not just pigeons. But then I kept hearing the same particular squeal and that, until I found out I had some damn baby pigeons in my balcony, hiding in the back of my shed there. There used to be a spot. I tried to close that gap now, and I had to reclose that gap after the recent windstorm there, but damn, I had some baby pigeons on my frickin' balcony. But I still had to spray it down, and they were like, beep, beep, beep. And try to send the message that you're not welcome here. If you're not helping me with my bills or cleaning my house, having an order to give a busy, overworked, underpaid guy a break, pigeons aren't allowed here if you're not helping out around here. So, it was on the second floor, but those little things have to learn that you have these things called wings. They can do this thing called fly. That's something us human beings can't do. That's why we got overpaid cram ourselves in these big metal tube things called airplanes. Man, it'd be nice to have that ability, especially if you want to get out of the cold or go see people elsewhere. But until that happens, we have to deal with that. But I keep having this battle with pigeons and keep telling myself they're just birds, but they're not. They're rats with wings. Like I say, they mess everywhere. They just keep coming back, building nests, but hopefully, if they said they're smart, used to use them for carrier pigeons, hopefully they also figure out that, human keeps destroying our nest. Humans make it harder for us to want to live here. Maybe human doesn't want us to be here. I wonder if they ever figured that out. But, that's hit my break point because I figured it was damn pigeons in the past because where I used to live, I also learned about this. They like to build nests in dryer vents, and for some reason, even though I had a flap in the townhouse where I used to live, I figured out why my dryer was taking too long and there was water in the dryer. It's because the air couldn't get out. The moist air couldn't get out because there was a frickin' nest in there, so I had to take that on myself, and then I had to do dirty work this past spring, and that's where it hit my breaking point. And I said, I'm not Bert here on Sesame Street, where I'm so obsessed with pigeons that I go to the park and I get all upset at Elmo if Elmo scares them. I want Elmo to scare pigeons away from my balcony. I'm not Bert, where I'm so obsessed with it that I like pigeons and mushroom soup, and I gotta do a pigeon dance. I grew up with that on Sesame Street, and that's the beauty of YouTube now. You can cue all that up as you want. All those memories. I don't laugh like, If I saw Elmo scaring pigeons away from Bert and Bert gets all upset, I'll be like Ernie and go, but yeah, this is just my rant about pigeons. I don't shoot at them. I just don't want them here in my balcony. And you try some things. It's expensive to put those spikes in, and I don't always have time to go to the hardware store, and it's expensive, and it makes your place look very prison-y. And I do try bleach, and maybe it works for like a couple hours, or maybe it's just me taunting, going, oh, is it too stinky for you pigeons to come here? Oh, is it too stinky for you? Or is that just my payback? Or you hear all these tricks about pepper and that, but I somehow just have to deal with them. And I just say it's got to the point that if I hear a pigeon land and the cooing, it wakes me up, and I gotta run out to the balcony and go, Bert! And it's kind of funny that I have them fly away, but even then, sometimes I've had to do that, just when I had pants on, because I do not want them to hang out in my balcony. And it all starts with finding a place here and then loving it too much, and the next thing you know, you got pigeons and babies. So if you can stop them right from the beginning, then hopefully they're smart enough to figure out that this human doesn't want pigeons on his balcony, because I don't leave him food, and I don't see anyone else leaving food around, but if they do, they'll be hearing from me that I don't want any GD pigeons on my balcony. But nice to get this rant out of the way. They're not just birds, they're rats with wings. There's all kinds of other birds, you don't see robins doing this. You don't see sparrows doing this. You don't see blue jays doing this. You don't see peacocks doing this, or ostriches. Mind you, that'd be a scary sight if I had ostriches on my balcony. They're just as big as me. But it's just a pigeon thing. And maybe magpies, but the thing, maybe pigeons and magpies don't like each other, because when there's magpies, there's no pigeons around, and magpies don't hang around the balcony. But, I've just been trying to deal with it. I don't like pigeons, and that's what this rant's about. But anyway, if you enjoy everything that you see on my YouTube channel, from personal vlogs or, everything else I do, just make sure you hit like, subscribe. I mostly do Calgary sports, but, I got to put these personal vlogs here just to add some variety, and just nice to, talk about things, whatever's on my mind. It's all unscripted, unfiltered, no script, don't have to prepare for it. It's just what's on my mind, and you know, you do so many, eventually every stone will be unturned. What's in your mind and what do you want to get off your chest. And to say, I want to thank you for watching. If you got to this point, so make sure you hit like, subscribe, and as I always say, I'll see you at the next video.